Hi, I'm Ed Merrison from CellarHand. I'm here, we're very lucky to have a visitor over from France to come and see us. And this is Frédéric Blanck from Pinot Blanc in Alsace, as I said, visiting his son Luca, who works here at the Kerry Greens winery in the Mornington Peninsula. But we've been looking at Freddie's recent releases this morning. Freddie, you've been having a great time in Australia, as you always do, and we're here having a look at your Pinot Blanc. So this is the Pinot Blanc from vintage 2020. Freddie, first of all, tell us a little bit about vintage 2020 for you in Alsace. Yeah,
vintage 2020 was quite a warm vintage. We get dry weather the whole long, not much water. It was a good season, quite hot, but just sufficient to mature the grapes and to get a very nice vintage at the end. So we could pick the grapes in very, very good condition. So it's one of our good vintages last 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, we had the 2019s arrived, and you said, we heard that it's a pretty warm summer in Alsace. We got a lovely, very, very fresh set of wines though from 2019, and then coming up after that in 2020, quite similar, I suppose, in terms of it being a nice summer. It was a really pleasant weather, but a lovely vintage for how the wines have turned out.
Absolutely. I'm nearly sorry to say, I'm quite sorry to say it's also a good vintage, but Alsace is a bit like that. We can get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 very good vintage in a row, and then another one a bit more difficult. But 1990 was quite similar to 1920, so we've been very lucky to get this quality of fruit 2 years in a row. For us, it's not exceptional, but it's just unique, and we love it.
Yeah. Well, certainly, we're loving it too. So, as I said, it's Pinot Blanc we're looking at here. Just tell us a little bit about where Pinot Blanc sort of sits in terms of, how important it is in Alsace in terms of the plantings, but also what you guys tend to use the wine for when you drink it and how you drink it and what you expect from it.
Easy, a lot.
Yeah, a lot. So we'll start with how important it is in the vineyard there.
It's for us, for Pinot Blanc, it's our third production. We have first Gewürztraminer and Rieslings are very important. And Pinot Blanc comes just behind, because Pinot Blanc is a bit our everyday Riesling in a way, because you always get a nice acidity, you get nice freshness and lots of fruit also in the wine. So we like to plant these grapes in our stony or sandy soils just to get more minerality and a bit of support of the soil to get this strong flintiness you can get sometimes. And when they're real matured, when they're real ripe, you get this nice apricot acidity and a bit of pineapple mixed with that, and that's just such a funny and such a pleasant thing to have on a palate. And when you drink a sip, you just keep this freshness for 2, 3, 5 minutes, and it just makes your palate so fresh. It's just easy to drink and good to drink.
Yeah. I mean, I think some people in some places perhaps come across Pinot Blanc that can be quite sort of round, and this has a certain softness, as you say, to the acidity, but it's also a really quite light, refreshing wine. Absolutely. Sort of a lot of those fruit characters, as you say, sort of white and yellow fleshed fruits, and a certain amount of sort of fleshiness to it, but without being broad or heavy. It's a really refreshing wine.
Yeah, absolutely. And that makes the Pinot Blanc the wine you can use for any kind of food nearly, because he's so adaptable. Does not have tannin like red wine. Does have lots of body. Does talk to you and go over the fruit, respect the fruit, and you can drink Pinot Blanc with fish, with white meat, with cheese, with just friends in the afternoon. It's just a perfect wine for good moments.
Yeah. And I think, we've been bringing this wine into Australia for a long time, and I have to say, year in, year out, it's probably, among the range that we bring in from Pinot Blanc, as you say, a really friendly, everyday wine, not for any particular, white wine lover, but
just
any white wine lover, really.
Just for good, nice pleasure.
Yeah.
That's it. So,
that's it.
Cheers.
That's the 2020 Pinot Blanc from Domaine Pinot Blanc. Thanks, Freddie. Cheers.
Cheers.